Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun.
Okay, well, that piece flipped out of there, and there wasn't a whole lot holding it, but it did flip out, and that means that we're now stuck with trying to figure out how to get this back in so that it's lined up so that we can run our slots down the center. Well, so I put my pointer back in, and we're just gonna point it, and hopefully that'll work out. Now we are on center, and it's just slightly off. Maybe back to exact center. Yeah, again, just slightly off. Oh, how did we get off? Okay. A little bit. Okay, a little bit more. That's it right there. Looks pretty good. Now let's take it around. Let me snug it down. Okay, let's take it around. Oops. 120. Yeah, looks like it's going to be just fine. All right. We got to come up with the thickness of this, which is 335, and we'll take it a little bit thicker. Somewhere in the 400 range. And I'm gonna search out a bit, and we'll be back. Okay, well, it jammed up enough that it broke the bit. So luckily we can get to it, and hopefully we have another. Yep. There we go. Okay, let's see what we got. All right, keep going. Let's go in and clear out some of those chips. We broke another one. It's not good. Something's up. Okay, well, I finally got that last slot cleared, although I'm not sure it is. But anyhow, what we're going to do is go ahead and take the bottom off, see what we've got. We may have to go in with a file and hand file it or something like that. I went through literally 5 bits getting that thing off, or cut. Okay, so we had to come over to the small lathe because the jaws of the chuck in the big lathe went beyond this height here, and I need to square these up. So we are at the small lathe, and we'll make sure that we're gonna be okay. We are. Well, it's hitting all of them but this one. How far away are we? We're a ways. All right, let's get them right. Still missing it. It's catching just a little bit. All right, well, I couldn't get these slots to settle down. You know, I went in, I thought, oh, it's just a little bit out because the grabbers wouldn't fit. Well, actually, it fits okay in this one. Well, no, it gets to about there and it stops. So I'm guessing it's because I broke so many bits off inside of there and it just kind of chewed it up. So I decided to come in with my 90-degree head, put a saw blade on there, and let's rip it. See how it did. Still a little bit snug. So we're going to go over 3/1000 and take Huh. Still has some trouble up on top there. That's interesting. Yeah. All right, let's come back 3 thousandths. Nice. Fits good. So we'll just flip it over, do the last one. I already did one of them. And catch the center. All right. A little bit looser than the others, but still okay. So, that's that for that. Now we need to drill some holes in it in order for these pivots to have a pivot action, and maybe clean it up a little bit. We'll be okay, back. We completed the holder, and I drilled the holes in it, and I think we're all set to go. So let's start assembling. We've got one here, and instead of putting the bolt through here and sliding it, I'm going to put it through the other side, because then if I tighten the bolt up, it'll clamp down on the clamp, and it'll be a bind. So I'm going to run the bolt in from the back side. And I can tighten it, and it still is not going to bind anything. Oh, before I put these in, I better put the nut in. All right, we got our grippers. Let's put the rod in. Well, actually, you know what? Let's not put it in, because it's going to be, I've got to do more to it. So, and there we are. The top goes in, and that's our plunger. Now what I have to do is one more piece here. I need to connect this top with the screw and somehow keep it from allow it to rotate, and at the same time allow it to kind of wiggle back and forth. So we're going to have to devise some kind of a catch for this. I'm guessing we just take a couple of those threads off and put some kind of a fork system in here. Now there's not going to be any pressure this way. The pressure is this way, pushing. So that's one thing we got to do. The other thing we have to do is come up with a handle so that we can screw this thing down. And that, I think that's our next project. So, there it is. Let's get a little side view of it. It looks like a big spider. So there's the side view, and looking down into the cup. And I think I'm going to have to either put a nut or a bolt in that hole or something, because I realize that when I crush it down, basically what's going to crush through that hole is wax, and it'll be impossible to get out. And here's our little clevis. So let's get down and make a handle. Okay, that center hub, I was thinking of making it out of aluminum, but then I realized that I can't weld the aluminum to the threaded rod, so we're going to have to work in stainless. And after looking around, I found a nice chunk of stainless right here. It's going to be perfect. Okay, that might do it. Now what we need to do is to come in and knock this corner down so that the rods can stick out at a bit of an angle, like about that. So what does that look like? It looks like I gotta swing this thing all the way around. Somewhere in that general area. Okay. Let's see what that's going to look like. All right. Okay, now that we've got a flat spot in there, I can kind of test it out. See what that's going to look like. Yeah, I think it's going to be okay. I like it. All right, that's pretty good. It has a nice rounded edge to it. These things will come in here at this angle and create a nice handle for this. So, next thing we need to do is drill a hole. Okay, what's our measurement? I pretty much want to go maybe down to about there. Put a dot on my drill bit right about there. And let's crank that baby in. And the 1/2 inch is the size of the shaft, and I don't want to go in with a 1/2 inch bit and have it be too big. So let's take it one little bite at a time. And it looks like I got rid of my center, so we're gonna reestablish center. Okay, we're just a bit undersized, and I think what I can do is go ahead and turn, oh, it's just a bit undersized, is just turn some of the threads off of this and push it through, and that way I'll have a seat for it to sit on.